This is a TV show, and this is real. What if I told you Squid Game happened in real life? Yes, Squid Game is not just a drama, it is the game show that changed the world of entertainment forever. It tells a story about a real-life camp in South Korea where homeless were forcibly brought and made to work and play games. Just like in Squid Game, they were used for the entertainment of the rich. Even the smallest mistake in their work or game led to death. Let's see first, what is Squid Game? Who made the show? And afterwards, we will dive into reality. Squid Game was released in September 17, 2021. The first season became the most watched fictional game show in history. But Season 2 arrived so quietly that it didn't even top the daily charts on its launch day. This is the fictional game show that single-handedly changed everything. It's a story that shakes your heart and mind. Hwang Dong, the creator of Squid Game, once lived with his single mother in a small apartment. He wrote scripts for small screenplays during the day and dreamed big at night. Hwang faced poverty in his early life, took odd jobs to pay for university fees, and continued chasing his dreams. His first breakthrough came in 2014 with his movie Miss Granny, which became a national hit. But Hwang knew this wasn't the end because the real Squid Game was yet to begin. Hwang wrote the script for Squid Game in 2009, but it was far ahead of its time. No producer was willing to buy it. After 10 years of struggle, Hwang decided to lock the script away in a box, thinking it would never see the light of day. Little did anyone know that this script would one day shake the world. Hwang spent his days refining the script in a Korean manga cafe, a place where people read books. His writing was dark and sinister. He was fascinated by stories where the rich exploited the poor. These dark stories became the backbone of Squid Game. While Squid Game appears to be a game show, it highlights the harm caused by social hierarchies and inequality. It shows how desperation can push people into unimaginable situations. Netflix was looking to go international with its first non-American show. When they came across Hwang's script, they decided to take a chance. Before discussing Squid Game, we need to talk about Brothers' Home, a real-life concentration camp in South Korea. In 1978, it was decided that the 1981 Olympics would be held in South Korea. While this news was exciting, the government was concerned because the streets were filled with homeless addicts and orphans. To avoid international criticism and potential human rights sanctions, the South Korean government created Brothers' Home. It was advertised as a paradise for the poor, but in reality was hell on earth. Police began kidnapping street children and beggars in white vans just like in Squid Game. These children, some as young as 5, were taken to a camp where they were forced into labor. The government appointed a man named Mr. Kyun as the camp's manager. Kyun took advantage of the situation by pocketing the money made from the forced labor. The boys had their heads shaved and were assigned numbers, much like in Squid Game. Those who didn't work properly faced brutal physical abuse. The saddest part was that since Mr. Park was benefiting financially, the police were also involved in this operation. Random people were kidnapped and brought to the camp. One 12-year-old boy was approached by the police, told he would be taken home, and unknowingly followed them, only to have his life changed forever. An investigator named Park Nam-kye eventually exposed the camp to the media. This led to several cases being filed against Mr. Kyun, and the concentration camp was permanently shut down. However, Mr. Kyun was never arrested before his death, and the victims could never forget their traumatic experiences. The reason no South Korean producer initially bought Hwang's script was its dark and violent themes, which were banned in South Korean media at the time. But Netflix saw potential in it. Hwang stated that he wrote the concept in 2009 and had never seen the Japanese film As the Gods Will, which some critics claim inspired Squid Game. Instead, Hwang was inspired by dark-themed manga books. On September 17, 2021, Squid Game was released, creating a massive cultural phenomenon. Within 28 days, it was trending in 20 countries, watched by 111 million people, and became Netflix's most-watched show. Hwang's 10-year-old script finally found its audience. Activists raised concerns that the show normalized violence and exploitation. Government officials and parents questioned whether such content was suitable for younger audiences. The controversy grew when a phone number shown in the show turned out to be real, belonging to a 16-year-old student who began receiving abusive calls. Despite these controversies, Squid Game became a landmark in the entertainment industry, proving that stories with deep social commentary can resonate worldwide.